Welcome to Buzz Builders. This is Dave Meyer with BizzyWeb, and we're delighted to have you with us. Today online, I have Dave Haas with me from Street Level Solutions. Hello, Dave. How are you?
Great, Dave. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Well, Dave is going to be talking to us about reputation marketing today. We're going to have a fast-paced session because Dave has a lot of stuff to share with us. So I'm going to quick run through a couple of slides. We're going to go through a little bit about BizzyWeb, and then we're going to dump right into reputation marketing with Dave, and Dave's going to tell us a little bit about Street Level Solutions and also about everything that he does to make his clients' lives easier and to help them build their online reputations. For folks that are watching on the Hangout, just wanted to give you a brief note that if you're not seeing the screens that you're intending or that we're looking at, you may need to click on the bottom to watch which ones we're going through. So for example, the white box at the bottom of the Hangout is going to be Dave's slides, and you'll be able to see that. And you can also browse back and forth between seeing us in the room talking, which isn't very exciting, and my slides and Dave's slides. For everyone else, you're just seeing whatever I tell you to see, so hang on with us, and then we'll tell you how to join the Hangout if you'd like to chat with us at the end of the event, which should be at about half past the hour. We are going to be taking your questions, and that's via the Q&A app inside of the Hangout. So if you go to google.com/+BizzyWeb and click on the video that's on that page at the top about reputation marketing, you'll be able to ask any questions you want, and we'll make sure to work those into our presentation. For now, however, would encourage you to either visit streetlevelsolutions.com right after this, or of course, to hang out with us and hang on, because the first half is going to be an action-packed event with Dave Haas, and then after this we're going to go into more Q&A and a little bit more detail so that you can find out how to manage your online reputation. BizzyWeb, of course, is a web design and social media company, and we do basically everything online marketing. Here's some examples of our work, but we don't do reputation marketing, that's Dave. We do content marketing, which is blog posts and articles, search engine optimization, pay-per-click advertising, and we have the best dang web hosting, we think, for WordPress-powered websites on the planet. What it looks like if you're setting up good social media accounts is sort of like this. This is examples of Google+, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And in interest of time and to get Dave going, I'm going to jump right over to him. So Dave, welcome and thank you so very much. You are now live, and I'm featuring you on the Hangout.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much for having me in today. I'm excited about sharing reputation marketing with others, and it's a term that I'm going to explain in more depth later on in the presentation, but everybody's probably heard of reputation management. We'll distinguish the difference between reputation management and marketing later. Leave it to suffice that I'll definitely answer any questions that you have about it as we go along. So the first thing I'd like to do is just sort of review the agenda. I'm going to first talk about recognizing the market shift that has happened, because not everyone has noticed the difference in the last 12 to 18 months in the way reputation has become a much stronger online issue than it's ever been in the past. Second, after we've talked about the market shift, I'm going to be trying to define the opportunity for your viewers, and then finally I'll be talking about creating a strategy to take advantage of that opportunity, and then of course we're going to end up with a question and answer period. Does that sound okay?
Sounds perfect, Dave. Thanks.
Okay. Let me start off by creating a base for the discussion that we have. Every day people look online for services, whether it be auto repair or landscaper or car dealer or jeweler. They're always looking. Here's some average numbers per Google for Twin Cities only. So you can see lots of people are out there looking for services that they're looking forward to or looking to try to find and apply to their home or business. And the discussion today is going to be how do we help get those customers to our websites and our businesses as opposed to allowing them to go to our competitors. The discussion is going to be all about driving business to our companies. So, got a question for everybody. Most of you are not going to be able to answer me directly, but true or false, does reading bad reviews leave negative impressions on potential customers? Now, hopefully everybody answered that true. They think that it does. We've got another more complicated question now. There are 3 services. They're virtually identical. The first service has a 3-star rating. They've got 4 very good reviews and then 2 bad reviews. Then the second option would be service number 2, and I've looked around and I can't find any reviews for them anywhere on the web. And then the third option is a company that has a 5-star rating. They actually have 6 5-star reviews. Which one would you choose? Now, I don't hear anybody answering through the air, but I'm going to assume that everybody has selected service number 3. After doing this presentation a number of times over the last year, I've never heard anybody say anything besides, well, we'd always choose number 3. And it's a human nature kind of thing. Everyone is looking to find a good outcome to their decision for buying a product or service. The best way to know that you're going to get a good outcome is to make sure that they've delivered in the past. So reviews, reputation has a big buying impact on the way people choose what they're looking at. Your reputation is everything. That's not changed at all. It was true in the caveman days, and it's true today. But what has changed is online marketing has changed significantly over the last 12 to 18 months. And the really exciting thing for the people that are watching and listening to this is that most of your competition doesn't even know about it yet. And so you can if you take advantage of this properly, I believe that you can get a big advantage over your competition. We're going to talk about 4 different game changers over the next few minutes here, and try to define what has really changed in online marketing. About 18 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, Google changed the way they delivered results to their clients. 80 million Google Plus pages got merged with each company's website, and it reveals information about their reputation automatically. So if you do a search for any company name plus the city, it reveals the company's reputation. I've arbitrarily chosen a company that I didn't think was going to be listening today because I didn't want to embarrass anybody, but Wheatland Dental Care in Naperville, Illinois. I did a search for that on Google, and you see down here at the bottom that they are, in fact, it comes up with both their website and their Google Plus page. Unfortunately, they have a poor reputation. Now, it will be the same if it's got a good reputation. It'll also show that, but you can see that this is not a good reputation, and it's really not something that I'd want to be broadcasting to my prospects and potential clients. Let's talk about the second game changer, and that's that reviews are a major ingredient of online marketing, and you really have to have good reviews in order to be competitive in the marketplace. I show here arrows towards, and it's true, if you've got bad reviews, they show up. Good reviews show up as well on every mode of advertising available to you. Maps marketing, website rankings, organic rankings, local directories. You can see here that there's some Yelp showing up, rankings that are, one gives a 5-star ranking and the other one does a 1-star. You've got Google Plus down at the bottom left-hand side, and over on the right-hand side you've got some pay-per-click results, and it all of it shows up with reviews. So you can't get away from it. So the next slide here talks about the fact that search engine optimization, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. Sorry for that, Dave. I didn't mean to just trash your business model, but in the past, people have developed their marketing plan, and they basically, step one is market your business with your website, with search engine optimization, social media, etc. And then after they've gotten into that, they start to build their reputation. The problem with that is that if you have a bad reputation, what you're doing is marketing your flaws. If you're overpriced, or they say that you're unfriendly, or you have poor service, that's going to be right up front because of the way that Google serves up those results. So you end up having issues with the effectiveness of your marketing because they're seeing bad things about you when you get yourself up at the top of the rankings. So what I'm suggesting that you do is you start out by building your 5-star reputation. Now the good news is you don't have to put off your normal marketing for too long, because it doesn't take long, if you do it correctly, to start to build a good, strong 5-star reputation. And then after you start to do that, then you can go back and market your business to get more customers. In all of your marketing then will become more effective, because instead of being frightened by your reputation, companies will be drawn to your company, which is basically the next game changer. Reviews online send you pre-qualified and pre-sold customers, because buyers trust reviews as much as they do personal recommendations. Let me show you some statistics and some studies that have demonstrate that. The first one is done by Bright Local, and they did a survey a little bit over a year ago, and came back with the results that 72%, almost 3/4 of the buyers, trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. Now, that's not the only proof that we've got. We've got several different perspectives on this. Another one is just sort of anecdotal examples of this, and here's a good example of it. This is an email that came in. Just a heads up, I had a new patient today that found us online. I asked if she looked at the before and after pictures. This, by the way, is a dentist. And she said no, she skipped right over that and went right to the reviews. That sold her. She dropped $4,000 with us in the first appointment. Obviously, he was pleased with the fact that he'd had some work done on his reputation. That goes on all the time. People are, by human nature, as we talked about before, attracted to 5-star reviews, to good reviews, and so it does make a difference. Here's another perspective on the trust level. This is results of a survey done by Nielsen. You've probably heard them from TV ratings. The question is, to what extent do you trust the following forms of advertising? You can see that this is no surprise to anybody, I don't imagine. Recommendations from people that you know are the highest one on there. But right underneath that is consumer opinions posted online. 70% of those people, again, not the exact same, but very similar in the findings as the Bright Local one that we just looked at. And the really interesting thing about this graph is that reviews online comes in even above editorial content posted in newspaper articles. So in pretty much every other form of advertising is below the consumer reviews. I want to explore a little bit, unpeel the onion, if you will, a little bit on the referral marketing as opposed to reputation marketing. And even we did a study and we asked respondents' behavior after being referred to a business. You can see here almost 90% of them, as soon as they get referred by a friend, what do they do first? They search online to find company information. That's not surprising. I've heard that time after time after time, because usually when you get a referral, you don't get all of the contact information. They're not going to be able to give it to you, so they just say, look them up online. This is what happens. Now, to go a layer deeper, what we ask the respondents, what do you do first thing when you go online in searching for a business? Over 50% of them said that they look for online reviews and ratings. Another 35% said that they look on websites, and 13% said that they go to social media. But the point here is, if you're doing reputation marketing, that should be in all of these forms. And again, taking advantage of reviews and putting them not only on the directory sites, but also on the first page of your website, on your social media on a regular basis. That will have an effect on whether people are attracted or repulsed by your marketing. So the next question I have for everybody is, are we talking about online marketing, or are we talking about offline marketing? When customers search for a business, the first thing they see is the company reputation. We talked about that earlier. So if you place an ad on TV, and they're going to obviously say the name of the company, and that's the first thing that you're going to do. You're going to search for some tile company that you've seen on TV in Minneapolis. What do? They see the company listing with the reviews right there. Whether you're doing it on TV, magazines, radio, newspapers, the internet, social media, any of those, the first thing that they're going to see when they search the web is they're going to come up starting to see reviews. So I'm trying to make the case here, hopefully you're getting the point, that no matter what you're doing, reviews has a big impact on it. And it can help every one of your forms of advertising and or marketing modes. So why is reputation vital to a business? We've got a couple questions for you. On average, how many reviews do consumers look at before making a decision? What's your guess? Dave?
3.
10 reviews.
Wow. They
They look at 10 reviews before making a decision. Now, a second question, this is a little bit more difficult. 70% of the consumers trust a business with a minimum of blank number of reviews. What do you think?
20.
6.
Nice.
So basically, if you combine these two questions in the response back from the studies, what you're seeing is without 6 5-star reviews, your business isn't trusted. Let me repeat that. Without 6 5-star reviews online, your business isn't trusted. So the trick is, obviously, pushing that reputation out to the web and making sure that people see that and see your good 5-star reputation. Here's some information about a study that was done by the University of California, Berkeley, and the results were actually posted in the Economic Journal. And it talks about Yelp specifically. And the study shows that a slight 1/2 star improvement in ratings can increase a restaurant's business during peak hours by as much as 19%. Now there's another Harvard study out there that is very similar in what they searched for, and that the results were very similar again. It didn't come up with 19%, but I think it was over 10% increase. And it's key here to say that it's only a 1/2 star increase that's creating this improved performance. So clearly it does drive business when you improve your reputation. So we've been talking about reputation, and I've been specifically referring to reputation marketing, and I wanted to distinguish between reputation marketing and reputation management. So what is the definition of reputation marketing? According to Wikipedia, reputation marketing field has evolved from the marriage of the fields of reputation management and brand marketing, and is basically merged into reputation marketing. Now, the way we define it specifically at Street Level Solutions is that what we do is build a 5-star reputation and then market that reputation to get more customers for our clients. So again, it's about getting more customers for your business. Now I'm going to spend quite a bit of time on this slide, and it's going to evolve over some time here. Oh, wait a minute. I missed a slide here. One of the first things you want to do with reputation marketing is know what your reputation, your online reputation is. And as part of coming to this webinar, I told Dave that I'm going to be happy to send out a report on what your business's reputation is online. Now, normally it would probably take you a couple of hours to get through all of the directories. I'm going to do this for you and send it over to you. This is, I'm going to go back and pick on Wheatland Dental in Naperville again, and this is the copy of the first page of the report that I worked up for him. You can see that on the left-hand side down here below that he's got 10 bad reviews. He's got an overall bad rating, and over on the right-hand side you see that his listing score is 30%, which means that when we've gone out on the directory sites on the web, we either can't find or there are some problems, errors with his listings on 70% of those listings. Here's sort of the back end of the report and shows the top listings on the right there and shows how we give them the information. You can see there which ones were claimed, which ones weren't claimed, which ones have a citation match, and which ones don't. This is very critical, by the way, for not only reputation, but also your search engine optimization results too. So things that you do to your reputation can very definitely affect your search engine optimization. Then over on the left-hand side, it just shows what the 10, it would go through and pick up all 10 bad reviews and show exactly what people are saying. And if you look here in the top one, and I don't know whether you can see my arrow, but it's saying they were appalled at the way that they treated my small children. I mean, how would you like to have that publicly available for people to see? So how do we create a reputation marketing strategy? Now we get to the part where I'm going to spend some time on this one slide here and evolve this thing. The perfect reputation marketing strategy starts out with creating a 5-star culture in your business. Even if you're convinced as the owner of the business, it's not going to work unless you educate and inspire your staff. And so that really requires training for your staff. And what we recommend is doing that in the form of a video training session so that you can go through step by step and bring everybody along. The benefit of that is that it really allows you to do it and then repeat it as often as you need to without spending a lot more additional time to that. So when you get new staff in, you can just have them sit down and watch a half an hour worth of video and know that they've got that. We also suggest that you put some kind of a quiz at the end of it just so you make sure that they're paying attention. The second thing then, after you've trained your staff, you want to start to build that reputation. And the way you build a reputation is you get feedback and reviews. A recent study shows that 70% of satisfied customers are willing to leave you an online review if you ask. Mm-hmm. So the key is you need to ask. The way we suggest that you do that is developing a private review page. The advantage of doing that is that number one, it's simpler to leave a review, and number two, you get to screen bad reviews. If somebody leaves a bad review on your review page, then you can quickly contact that person and address the issues. If you do that quickly, often you can change that bad impression of your company into a good impression to your company. And it has to do with the way you handle it. You don't want to get defensive. There's a number of different things that you have to be aware of as you handle bad reviews. But you can do that professionally and often end up with a better result. The other thing that happens when you do this, then, if they leave a good review, you can build into a review page like this the ability to acknowledge the fact that they've left a good review and then point them and suggest to them that they go out and leave that very same, basically cut and paste that very same review that they left on your private page on one of the public directory pages. So you want to build up a system like that so you can do that. Here's the fun part. Once you start to develop 2 or 3, 4, 5 good reviews, then you get to start marketing your reputation. And again, here's where you take advantage of that information that you know that probably most of your competitors don't know. The way you market your reputation is both online and offline marketing. Every form of marketing that you have, you want to include your reputation in it, whether it's your Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, your web page up the top here. You can take reviews and turn them into a graphic and post them to Flickr and Pinterest and PhotoBucket and Foursquare. You can also take reviews and make them into a video and post them on YouTube and other video sites. So the idea is leverage it as much as you can, show it everywhere you can. We enter it into your normal feed that you're sending out to your social media, so that and it's obviously relevant content for them that they're going to be very interested in looking at. So this one quadrant is really the key difference between what we do and most other reputation management companies do. And now the next quadrant here is, get it to come up, manage your reputation. What we're talking about here is you want to monitor what's being said about you online, engage with your clients, and then report back, look at it from a step back and look at what's going on from a higher level, and really measure what your results towards specific goals are, because if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. If you're looking to improve your online reputation, you've got to set goals for yourself and then monitor that, make sure that you can do that. By monitoring, we're talking about you should be doing it on a daily basis, looking at what your reviews are, so if something pops up on the web, on one of these review sites, that you immediately know what it is and can react to that. And again, if you can react to it quickly, make contact with the person that's left that review, you can often get them to take the review down, and or even better yet, turn it from a 1 or 2 star review into a 5-star review. Then finally, what you do is you rinse and repeat, and keep going through the cycle as you go along. And that's what we see is the best way to build a reputation marketing strategy. I've hit the treetops on this. I didn't have time to go into more detail, but I'd be more than happy to do that at a later date with you.
Great, thanks, Dave. That's awesome. We don't have any questions in yet, so for anyone that would like to ask questions, again, there's a feature in Google Hangouts if you are watching this on the broadcast from the BizzyWeb homepage or from inside the Google Plus page. Would encourage you to ask your questions of Dave using the Q&A tool inside of Hangouts. If you don't know how to do that, again, go to BizzyWeb's homepage, click on the article in the lower left where the Hangout is, and if you click on that, it'll actually take you into the YouTube. You have to be logged in as a Google Plus user in order to ask those questions, but we'd certainly love to hear from you. This is also the time in the events where we'll encourage everyone to join us back at the Hangout. So I know we had a couple of folks that had joined us that were hidden from the broadcast that we that actually left out to look on from the back side or from the broadcast side. So this is your chance to jump over to join us live for Q&A, and Dave will walk you through your specific Q&A questions, and you'll be able to talk back and forth with us. For now, I am going to bridge over and just do a couple of brief slides to wrap up from BizzyWeb's perspective. So I'm going to switch my broadcast screen, and we'll run through just a few things. First, remember to visit streetlevelsolutions.com to check out Dave Haas and his services. You got a brief taste on what's available and how reputation marketing can really help you grow your business, and the power inside of the massive amount of feedback that people can give to your company. I do see that we do have one question. Nancy has, how can I see my reputation online? So Dave, if you wanted to answer that one quick for us. Thank you, Nancy.
Well, I've got a couple different ways to answer that. The hard way, if you don't have the correct tools, is to go out and check each individual directory site one at a time.
Sure.
The much easier way is that the report that I'm going to give you is going to be able to do that, so that you'll be able to see over a dozen of the major directory sites and how you're listed there. And then we've got an even more complex tool within our offering that goes out and checks a couple of dozen major directory sites where people can leave reviews, and you can do it that way as well.
Cool.
So you've got hard, not quite so hard, and easy.
Right. Have you used the tool, Dave? And we're broadcast onto the video right now. You can't see it, but people can see us on the screen now. So wave to the fine folks at home. And I use a tool that used to be called Get Listed or getlisted.org to at least get that main level, and they've been bought by Moz now.
Yes.
But if you go to Moz, is it Moz.com, and enter in your local stuff?
I still use Get Listed in it.
Okay, and it redirects.
Forwards me, yes.
Yeah, so if you go to getlisted.org, Nancy, and if you enter that in, you still have to visit each of those individual pages, but at least you can see your local rankings and local review sites. Yelp is one of those, and then there's like a Yahoo and a Bing.
And there's Kudzu, and there's City Search and
yeah.
Insider Pages, and like I say, there's Yellow Pages, Yellow Bot, Yellow. I don't know. There's a couple, 3 or 4 different yellows.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
Yes, but again, even with using that, they will give you a link to them, but you still have to go one by one and go through and read that.
Right. So the best option would be to talk to you.
I will be, if I can get a name and telephone number, company name, telephone number, I can get those reports out to everybody that's listening.
Awesome. And Nancy, I do have your contact information, of course, because you're a client of ours. So I'll forward your information on to Dave with your permission. If you just want to drop me a note and say that's cool, I will forward it on. But otherwise, we'll get a hold of everybody that wants to connect. And we have a bunch of viewers on. So again, if you'd like a all-in-one report to see how things are going, be sure to visit the Buzz Builders webinar and just let us know. But Dave will be getting a hold of you aside. I'll do a email out to everybody that we know is registered on the call, and connect up. So you'll get that note. Nancy also asked, do these websites we're talking about now include consulting firms? So how would you do like a ranking or a review spot for consulting? So Nancy's company is a consulting company that handles all kinds of like kind of process and stuff. What would be her best bet, or the big ones to hit, I guess, for a consulting style company?
We usually, as part of our delivery of the services that we have, we usually go out and specifically research which directory site is most important for any given industry. They do vary a little bit. They also vary geographically. So something that's, for instance, Dex knows is a much bigger player in Minneapolis than it would be down in Atlanta or some other city. So we have some variances, and we will go out and research that. I'd say, the really obvious ones are Google, Yelp, and Yahoo. That for certain that you want to be on those and be able to claim those directories and put some basic information in there about your companies. And then once you do that, it ends up being, you're not going to do anything more. Your clients are going to be doing it.
Right. And
you can either send them directly to those websites, and or you can then send it through something if you build your own little app to send them through, or you can obviously call us, and we'd be glad to help you do that.
Okay.
But that's what I would recommend. I don't know whether I've answered in depth, but that's as good as I can do without doing some research.
Well, and another thought, of course, especially for Nancy, since she works with a lot of companies, is LinkedIn also offers reviews. So, if you actively and proactively ask for folks to rank you and rate you and give you recommendations on LinkedIn, that's probably one of the more powerful options, specifically for B2B clients.
And Facebook, again,
Right.
maybe not for B2B, but even
Right.
even B2B. I mean, there's a lot of companies now that are looking at Facebook for more for business related issues. So that's something that good suggestion. I hadn't even thought of.
Bridging that out, and then one of the gotchas that I found on Facebook pages is, depending on how your Facebook page was originally set up, you might not be eligible to see the star rankings. And so in order to do that, like, the best thing that you can do if you're not seeing those rankings is go into your settings and make sure that it's eligible. The one gotcha that I've found is, if you don't have a physical address listed on your Facebook page, you won't get those star rankings, because then they figure that you're a virtual something or another, and that people wouldn't be able to rate your services. So we had that, for example, for a tanning salon that has 17 locations now, and nothing was showing up on their site. We had to actually affix a specific address to that account, and then all the star rankings showed up. So
in a situation like that with multiple locations, what we suggest from a reputation standpoint is that you make a different identity for each one of those sites.
Yeah.
Now they can be obviously very similar, but for local search engine optimization, it's the same thing. You want to be able to have each one of them be a separate identity.
Right.
And from a standpoint of managing your company, and Nancy, I'm sure you can appreciate this, having that separated out should be able to help upper management get an idea of who's doing it right and who needs some additional coaching.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Dave, on that one. I don't see any other questions for now. I'm going to switch back over to the presentation and just finish out. BizzyWeb, of course, can help you as well by creating a good optimized website that'll help you to ground that out and give you those options. I loved your idea, Dave, of having a single page collection for reviews and testimonials, and we can do that with all of our clients right now. There's also a number of items that you should work with Dave and with Street Level Solutions. And so, as a reminder, again, at streetlevelsolutions.com, you should check out and connect with Dave on all of those items to help you build your online marketing or your reputation.
And Dave, one of the things that we suggest is for clients, I talked just very briefly about putting your reputation and your reviews on your website. We encourage people to do that. Find a place on the front page of your website, and then just stream your reviews, and show a couple of them on your website. And we've got a feature in our product that will actually provide the code, so we can go out, search all of the different directory sites, and find the most current ones, and then stream them there.
Awesome. Okay, very cool. Finally, for us and for today, BizzyWeb, of course, if you need help with your hosting or speaking and strategy, or if you would like to, as a partner, connect up and be on one of these Bizzy webinars, would love to have you connect up with us. Every Wednesday we do offer Buzz Builders webinars and seminars now. We'd love to have you in person for our Buzz Builders, where you can connect up with us and get the information that's going to matter most to you. Next week, we're going to talk about what makes a great website. So if you're interested in that and want to make sure that your website is keeping up with the current times, stuff like how to make sure that your website is mobile responsive, how to handle search engine optimization, make sure that your website loads quickly, and just the basics of solid web design, including listing calls to action and other relevant items that clients are really looking for. We'll guide you through our list of best practices that we guide all of our clients through. So be sure to tune in next Wednesday from noon to 1 for that event. And of course, we'd love to have you here in person if possible. So we'll see you then. Again, if you want more information on this, in addition to the Buzz report that we offer, Dave is also offering a report this week. So be sure to connect up And we'll be connecting the folks that have registered on the account or on the Buzz Builders webinar at BizzyWeb.com/BB with a BCC'd introduction. So if you'd like to be connected with by Dave, Nancy, I already know that you're cool with that, so we're going to have you get a direct connection to Dave. But anyone else that would like to join or would like that review, be sure to let us know, and we'll get you that introduction. Or, of course, you're welcome to just go to Dave's website and fill out his contact form and mention that you heard about us or that you heard about Dave on the BizzyWeb webinar or on the Buzz Builders webinar, and he will take care of it. So that's about all we have for today. If we don't have any other information, Dave's got one more thing that he wants to cover.
Yeah, can you switch it back?
Yeah, let me switch back over to you, Dave. And there we go.
Okay, I kind of expected that there was going to be some extra time here.
Sure.
I'm not going to run through all these questions. These were sort of questions that I was going to ask to the rest of you about what you've just heard. But I wanted to go down to this bottom one and just say, but wait, there's more. I've got another special offer for those of you that have stayed around for the whole 45 minutes here. And I'm just going to set this up for a minute and then show you a brief video. This is a brand new feature that we have built into the product that we deliver to our clients. New meaning like it came out last week, and what you're going to see is a beta version of this, but it will give you a good example of what we're talking about here. And basically what we've done is built a video that then you can put on YouTube or any of the other video sites that highlights one of this client's 5-star reputations. And I'll let you see it now.
So what we should do then, Dave, is you should unmute your Hangouts, and I will mute my microphone so that there's no echo.
Okay.
And that's just that little mute button up at the top.
I can't. I'm not seeing.
If not, we can just play it, and I'll keep the microphone up close. But yeah, I don't think.
And they'll be able to see it, correct?
Yep, they'll be able to see it. Well, actually, you're screen sharing to a different thing, so you're going to want to screen share to your entire screen. Would be the easiest way.
Let me see if I can go back into.
If you alt tab over to the screen. Oh yeah, here we go. So over here on the side,
there it is.
Click that one. Yep. And then just click that, and now again click this one more time, and now just do full screen. Perfect. Okay.
And now I'm going to go back to. Are you seeing it?
I'm not seeing it right now. Are you seeing it on your screen? Did it pop back over?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got technical live broadcast. Technical difficulty. All right, it's up on my screen. I'm not.
Let's try just screen sharing to the window instead, so we can go directly off. So if you click on this one, yep, and then you've got. So we've got the PowerPoint. You're going to click a link that's going to open up a new window. Right?
Yes.
So click that link, and then let's just switch over to that window.
Okay. That's what I did it first.
So did you click, like on here, when you clicked on this, did you click Start Screen Share?
So I've got this.
Okay, beautiful. So now swap back to the Hangout window.
Okay.
And now let's do the screen share. There we go. And now grab that. Or, yeah, you want that one. And then start screen share.
That's what I didn't do before. I didn't
okay,
hit.
then you can just do that back again, and you're good. Aha. Okay, beautiful. There it is. I can see that it's working already.
Okay, we'll start it.
All right, Dave. And you can do full screen, I think, if you wanted to as well. Of course.
Oh, it's muted.
The audio is muted on your computer.
Well, I'm not going to waste any more time. It's a video that we've basically hired a spokesmodel. We've rented a Hollywood value or recording studio. She's in a with a green screen behind her, and we then put a copy of your inside of your office or a truck or whatever in the background.
That's really
And the spokesmodel ends up talking about how important it is that you get that they get good reviews.
Okay.
And it's another way of doing that, and it ends up to be a very, very cost-effective way to do it for clients on a regular basis.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
No problem. And that, I believe, rounds up our webinar for today. So if you have any other questions, again, would encourage you to reach out to Dave Haas at Street Level Solutions. And if you're curious, his email address is dhaas@streetlevelsolutions.com. Or, of course, just go to streetlevelsolutions.com and reach out to him. You can also connect to him via any of the stuff that we normally connect with you on. So if you wanted to reach out to BizzyWeb and ask for his contact info, that'd be fine too. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Again, I am Dave Meyer with BizzyWeb, reminding you that at BizzyWeb we help you generate buzz without getting stung. See you next week for what makes a great website. Bye.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye.